Get out of our house!
Stop!
It was 3 in the morning in July of 2022 when Lauren was winding down in her living room, watching a podcast. The house was still, the only sound coming from the TV while her puppies slept peacefully by her side. There was no reason to feel anything other than safe in the quiet of her own home. But as the clock ticked past the hour, the stillness was broken by a moment of pure, visceral terror. Let's take a look.
Don't make me think about numbers again. A brave and accurate decision. Yes, my captain. Yes. Yeah, holy captain, your horticulture is harvestable. Ah, good call. Thank you. Fine. Hurry happily and hank these hungry.
In the security footage, a sudden and violent movement catches the eye as Lauren's hair is visibly yanked backward with significant force. Her immediate reaction is one of confusion, turning toward her puppies assuming one of them had reached up to play. However, both dogs are clearly resting, completely uninvolved in the physical disturbance that just occurred. Lauren is left searching the room, her posture stiff with a sudden, sharp realization that she isn't alone. The explanation remained hidden until she reviewed the playback and saw the impossible interaction for herself. What do you believe was responsible for grabbing Lauren's hair? Or is there a physical explanation we are missing? Tell us in the comments.
This is ridiculous. Don't make me think about numbers.
Deep into a gaming session, the glow of the monitor was the only light in the quiet office when the air around Wynn suddenly changed. He uploaded this to TikTok after experiencing that unmistakable, prickling sensation of being watched from the shadows, alone in the house. There was no logical reason for the feeling, but it was enough to make him reach for his phone and start recording. What he managed to capture on the lens is enough to make anyone second-guess their surroundings.
Watching me. If you've had the feeling, you know what I'm talking about. I'm playing only up in my office. Something keeps passing by this window. I've just propped up the phone here and I'm gonna play. If you're walking by my office, I want you to knock it off. Holy. Is that you making all that noise back there? This thing's always closing doors. You need to get out. Dude. Will you knock it off, please? You gotta get out. You're gonna lock yourself in the laundry room again? You're not leaving? You're not gonna...
A dark silhouette passes across the glass of the door, yet it never emerges on the other side. It simply vanishes. Wynn takes his phone to investigate, only to be met with the sound of violent activity in the kitchen. The door slams shut and reopens on its own, revealing a fleeting shadow peeking from behind the frame before retreating. As he tries to get closer, a heavy chair is suddenly shoved toward him with immense force, as if a presence was demanding he keep his distance. The sheer aggression suggests it wasn't a friendly encounter. Do you believe this house is truly haunted, or was this sequence carefully orchestrated? Leave your thoughts in the comments.
You gotta get out. You're gonna...
Waking up to unexplained sounds in the middle of the night is a vulnerability most of us can barely imagine until it happens. Wout.co shared this on TikTok, recording the moments immediately after a series of strange disturbances jolted him from sleep in the early hours. Clutching a flashlight and his phone, he prepared to document the source of the noise, unaware that he was about to come face to face with something truly nightmarish. This is what happens when your sanctuary becomes a hunting ground. Chilling, macabre laughter echoes from the darkness of the closet as the flashlight beam cuts through the room. Suddenly, a distorted figure peeks out from behind the door before retreating into the shadows. Arming himself with a wrench for protection, he cautiously approaches the wardrobe only to find it completely deserted. The terror escalates when a guttural moan resonates from the living room, drawing him out to investigate the hallway. There, the same manifestation appears briefly at the end of the corridor, watching him before he retreats in a panic to his bedroom. Having this type of supernatural interaction inside your own home is the ultimate violation of safety. Tell us, do you think this footage is real? The scratching began in the upper crawl space long before the cameras were ever installed. A persistent sound of something heavy dragging across the wooden beams. Ryan posted this to TikTok after the disturbances in his attic became too aggressive to ignore. Ryan decided to leave his gear running while the house was empty, hoping to identify the source of the nightly scrapings. What the lens eventually managed to capture is something genuinely difficult to watch without a sense of absolute dread.
Honestly, guys, I don't even know what to do. I'll take any help, any recommendations. I know there's been a lot of comments and stuff. The door's wide open, man. I know there's been a lot of comments and requests and everything to try to help me out. I'll take it. I'll take any advice I possibly can. Let me show you guys. I don't have any outlets up there, and this is all I can do. Look, all I can do is run that bitch right here and set it down. That's the best I can get for Ring cameras to try to reach up here. So, man, I'm almost in tears, bro. I'm almost in tears. It looked like something ripped a hole in there. I'm going to have to look back in videos and see if that thing was ripped like that.
Multiple loud thumps and the clear rhythm of footsteps resonate through the structure before a chilling, distorted roar erupts from the darkness above. The sounds are relentless, suggesting something with significant mass is prowling just inches from the ceiling. Ryan missed the most terrifying detail until he analyzed the footage frame by frame. Peeking from the corner of the attic hatch, a pale, elongated hand with sharp claws is visible, gripping the edge of the opening. It lingers there while the inhuman growls continue to echo. Perhaps this was a wild animal, but the unnatural sounds suggest a different reality. Do you believe this was just a stray animal, or is something more sinister living in the attic? If you love the thrill of the unknown, subscribe for more spine-chilling content just like this. There's more to see, so let's get back to the clips. A quiet night at home turned into a waking nightmare for a woman who thought she was alone. Caitlin uploaded this unexplained footage to TikTok after hearing a series of metallic clanging sounds echoing from the floor below her bedroom. With her heart racing and her phone held tight, she decided to investigate the source of the persistent disturbance rather than waiting in the dark. What she encountered on the way down the stairs forced her into a blind panic. Let's take a look.
Oh my god.
As the recording begins, distinct metallic sounds resonate from the lower level, resembling the heavy clanking of industrial doors being manipulated in the dark. Just as she reaches the top of the staircase, a single, heavy thud resonating from the stairs suggests something with immense weight is ascending toward her. Terror takes over, and she flees back to the safety of her bed. The activity doesn't stop there. The door handle begins to turn slowly before the door itself swings wide and then slams shut with violent force. Whatever was on those stairs had followed her. What do you think was pursuing her through the house that night? Tell us your theories in the comments. Living in a house that refuses to stay silent can eventually wear down even the most skeptical resident. JB posted this to TikTok, documenting a history of objects moving on their own and lights that flicker without any electrical cause. While resting on his sofa one evening, he decided to keep the camera running to see if the environment would finally reveal its secrets. What the lens managed to capture during those few moments of darkness is something truly bone-chilling. While JB is resting on the sofa, the hallway lights begin to fail, plunging the corridor into a rhythmic, unsettling strobe. Many would dismiss this as a simple wiring issue, but the situation escalates when the door at the end of the hall swings open as if pushed by a supernatural force. In the brief flashes of light, a dark shape moves rapidly across the frame, a mass that doesn't belong there. The sequence ends when the door slams shut and the lights return to normal. Tell us, what do you believe was that dark entity moving at the end of the hallway? Was it a real ghost? In January of 2023, Sydney shared a recording of a quiet family afternoon that took a sudden, chilling turn. Her sister was filming her nephew while he sat on the floor, focused on SpongeBob and eating an ice cream cone. Everything seemed perfectly normal until a strange sensation suddenly grabbed the attention of both the mother and the young boy. Salt Sage posted this to TikTok, documenting the moment the domestic peace was shattered by a presence that didn't belong in the room.
SpongeBob night.
SpongeBob
Liam, come here. Liam, right now. What is happening? Okay, I'm calling your mom. Just stay right here.
The rocking chair in the background begins to sway on its own, catching the sister's attention immediately. She calls her nephew over as the movement becomes impossible to ignore. Initially, one might suspect a hidden string, but as the camera tilts upward, the chair suddenly rocks with a violent, rhythmic force that defies simple mechanical explanation. The intensity increases in a way suggesting physical weight is being applied by an invisible entity sitting right beside the child. It is a deeply unsettling sight, implying something unseen was sharing their living space throughout the entire afternoon. Do you believe this was a genuine paranormal event? Or is there a trick to this motion we have missed?
Liam, come here.
Strange occurrences had become a persistent shadow inside the home of Jorge and his wife, with objects vanishing and doors opening into empty rooms. Known on TikTok as Magical Poltergeist, Jorge had grown accustomed to the unease, but nothing prepared them for what happened that evening. While they were together in the living room, the environment began to shift in a way that felt deliberate and aggressive. What they captured on camera is a visceral display of a paranormal haunting that refused to be ignored.
Try to see if that thing was shut.
Oh my God,
no, baby.
Hell no, baby. I'm not going over there. This is too much.
How the that mother turning on? Is a light switch really flickering?
These things are really us like this right now.
Baby, come on, hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute.
I'm trying not to show my fear, but this is really.
Wait a minute, baby. How the is that mother like? Wait a minute. Oh,
oh
Jesus Christ! What
baby.
was that, baby? What was that? Hold on, baby. Hold on. Wait a minute. Is that baby? Is that the umbrella? You, baby. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I can't
wait a minute.
Do
Hold on.
right
Wait
now.
a minute. Wait a minute. How the is the umbrella?
I'm not scared. I'm not gonna. I'm scared of these things. I'm
Baby,
so tired of this.
The umbrella goes over there.
Yeah, it was over there.
Hold on. Let me check. Hold on.
This is some
Stay here.
crazy shit.
Hold on. Stay here. Stay here. The umbrella goes right here, don't it? What the
Baby, I'm so done with this.
what was that? What was?
Oh.
Baby, come on. Hey, wait a minute.
No,
wait a
this
minute.
is just getting
Wait a
ridiculous.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
Fucking
minute.
Leave us alone.
Hey, hey, who goes out there? What the?
Leave
Baby, come
us
on. No.
alone.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How the is that mother trunk? Whoa,
This thing's
hold on. Wait a
fucking
minute.
baby.
Baby, hold on.
Go away.
Wait a minute. Here, come here. Shut that light off real quick. Shut that light off.
Go away.
Shut the light off.
Leave us alone.
Hold on, baby. How the is that mother turning on? Like there's no way. It's just literally
This
turning
is
on
so
like
fucked up, baby. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
baby. How?
I gotta
Why
leave
in the
now.
right state of mind
This
do
is
you
so
have energy
fucking
to shut
ridiculous, dude.
lights off? You know. Now, come on, baby. We gotta go to the room. Hold on,
Come on. I'm going to the bed. I can't do this no more. This is so.
baby. Hold on. You gotta hold me tight,
You got a good.
baby.
You got a good here, baby.
We gotta try to. Baby, I don't know how to do this. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Baby, it don't feel right in here. I feel
How the
like
is that light turning
there's
on like
some,
that?
weird shit in here right now. It's so
Hey,
cold in here too.
whoever's in here,
Dude,
stop the switching.
go away.
Stop the switching.
Get out of our house.
Stop.
Baby, I'm going in the bedroom.
Stop.
I gotta go to the bedroom.
The haunting begins with the overhead lights flickering violently, a rhythmic pulsing that looks like an electrical failure until the camera zooms in on the physical switch. The toggle is clearly moving up and down, manipulated by a force that remains invisible to the naked eye. A sudden clatter erupts in the adjacent room, and upon investigation, Jorge finds an umbrella lying in the middle of the floor, an object that had been resting on the opposite side of the space. As the fear in the room peaks, the light switch resumes its impossible movement, prompting the couple to scream at the presence to leave their sanctuary. How would you react if an entity started physically manipulating your environment?
Stop the switching.
Get out of our house.
Stop.
A routine gaming session in an empty house took a turn for the surreal when Maddie noticed a bathroom door swinging open behind him for no reason. Alone in the building, there was no logical explanation for the movement, but the unease only deepened when heavy thumping sounds began echoing from the floor below. Maddie reached for his phone to document the scary footage, unaware that the sounds were about to intensify. What he eventually captured is genuinely disturbing. Let's look at the footage.
Bro, I'm playing COD. My whole PlayStation turns off. And this door opens up by itself. And it was closed because What was that? What the And the light's going again. And the light's going again. And right there is the light switches to that light. And guess what else I'm about to tell you? Nobody's home. Oh my God. What the And the dogs want no part of it. And why is that door open? Bro? It's coming in threes. It's coming in threes. If you don't believe me, nobody's home. There is the notes that my mom left me when they go on vacation. Honestly, I'm scared as hell right now. Lucy is scared as right now too, actually. Oh my God, bro. I really don't want to look behind the door. Oh my God, bro. What the bro? Bro, what the is going on here, bro? I gotta get out of here, bro. I gotta get the dogs. I'm out of here. Let's go. Get up now. Get up, Petey. We're going. Bentley, come on. This way. Let's go. I'm done making this video. I don't care about this anymore. I gotta get these dogs out of this house. Get out. Bentley, come on.
While Maddie explains the first incident, a series of aggressive thumps resonate from the downstairs area, drawing him toward the staircase. As he approaches, the lights at the landing begin to flicker erratically, plunging the corridor into a rhythmic, unsettling strobe. He descends cautiously as the violent knocking continues, stopping only when he realizes his dogs are lying perfectly still, completely disconnected from the source of the noise. The realization that an unseen presence was responsible for the physical outburst forces Maddie to gather his pets and flee the property immediately. This level of supernatural activity leaves no room for skepticism. Do you think Maddie was right to leave, or was there something else in that house?
Nobody's home.
Sleep is often the only escape from the stress of daily life, but for the creator of the channel Ashok and Thark, it became a doorway to a waking nightmare. While resting at home, a series of unexplained sounds jolted him from his slumber. Instinctively, he reached for his phone to document the disturbances, capturing the moments as the atmosphere in his room turned cold and hostile. Let's take a look.
Okay.
In the footage, Deep, guttural moans can be heard vibrating through the walls as he scans the room with a flashlight, searching for the source of the inhuman sounds. The terror peaks when the sound of the bathroom faucet, suddenly erupting to life, echoes through the hallway. Upon entering, he finds the water running at full pressure in a completely empty room. The handles appear to have been turned by an invisible force, leaving him alone with the evidence of a spectral presence. Do you believe this was a genuine spiritual manifestation, or is this a clever hoax? Let us know in the comments. Seeking solitude in his son's rural farmhouse, this man's quiet afternoon was shattered by a series of persistent, unexplained sounds. Sensing he wasn't alone, he reached for his phone to document the disturbances. What he captured in the long, desolate corridors of the house is enough to chill even the most hardened viewer. Let's take a look.
Estoy acá en la casa de mi hijo, acá el campo. Bueno, acá se ve un patio, pero es todo campo. Y me senté 2 segundos acá y... ¿Lo ven? ¿Lo ven ahí? Hace unos segundos se está asomando algo y... Yo veo... ¿Ven? ¿Lo ven? ¿Se ve? ¿Ven? Mira. ¡Hey! ¡Hey! No veo nada. Me doy vuelta todo alrededor, no hay nada, La casa estaba abandonada porque dejamos todas las cosas ahí, pero... Se escucha algo.
In the footage, a fleeting dark figure is seen peeking from a doorway at the end of the hall, only to vanish into the shadows as he approaches. The situation deepens when a distinct whisper echoes from the opposite room, prompting a frantic search that reveals only empty space. As he turns the camera to prove the house is deserted, a second, more audible whisper, resembling that of a child, resonates through the frame. Despite multiple checks, no one else is in the building. Was this a residual haunting of the farmhouse, or something far more sentient watching from the dark? Let us know in the comments.
Hey!
A typical evening at home turned into a chilling encounter for Angus and his father. While Angus was relaxing on the couch and his father was busy cooking in the kitchen, a sudden disturbance broke the peace. What started as a quiet night quickly became a search for answers, as an unseen presence seemed to make its mark on their surroundings. Let's look at the footage.
Wait, if that's fully shot. Now, right, now let's just sit and wait. He's just fucking lurking. Oh, f*** off! Right off! Yo! What? Nah. What the?
In the recording, a door at the end of the hallway can be seen swinging wide open on its own, despite no one being near it. Angus is still positioned on the sofa, and his father remains occupied in the kitchen, while the family dog is clearly visible but stands at a safe distance from the door. The lack of any physical interaction or obvious draft suggests a supernatural cause for the movement. What do you believe Angus captured? Was it a restless spirit, or is there a rational explanation? Leave your comments below.
Oh, off! Right off!
From the aggressive hair pull experienced by Lauren to the phantom faucet in the empty house, and the chilling whispers caught in the farmhouse, these moments of terror defy explanation. Seeing a real ghost is a violation of safety that few ever recover from. That wraps up this one for Pale Playback. Subscribe so you never miss an upload, and if you think what you just saw was unsettling, wait until you see what's on your screen right now.